Hello, everyone. I was like, hold on. There's no sound there. Hello, Tempers. Ugh, he's live. Well, I bloody never. Guys, how's the quality? YouTube spitting out an error at me. I want to check before we get into things. But welcome on in. Hello. We're here today to talk about some Secret Invasion. Oh, there we go. Apparently, you're going to receive buffering. Tell me if you receive a lot of buffering. Tell me if you receive buffering. I don't know if you're going to. I don't know if YouTube's like now not freaking out. I don't know. It says it's not receiving enough video. It ain't got enough video. Everything looks fine from my side. It looks like everything's fine from your side. So, I don't know. Should I just ignore it? We'll just ignore it. Being weird. What the heck? How y'all doing, though? You're good? Welcome on in, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I am offline on Kick. That was a bit weird. I am online on Kick. This is a little weird. Like, I've gone for there we go. Okay, I'm live now. That was weirding me out. I was like, wait, what the heck is going on? I got myself a pot noodle. What's everybody have for lunch? Temps, I know you had a chicken Caesar salad, right? That's what you were eating. I don't know if there's something wrong with maybe my internet's being a bit bleh at the minute. I don't know. We'll have to find out. I got myself an original curry pot noodle. Because I know how to look after myself as an adult. Promise. Very good. Very good. Oh, do you know what I didn't do? I didn't put Kick in the tweet. I should do that. You got a donut as well? What kind of donut? Do you know what I really like? Is those ones from Greg's. The caramel, the custard caramel ones. Those ones. Yeah. Very nice, them. Okay, let me just refresh studio here. YouTube has been weird for me today as well because I've been trying to get some, like, checks done. I've got 2 new videos that are waiting to come out, but it's like, it won't tell me, like, whether they're going to be monetized or not. So I'm like, yeah, it just keeps saying the checks keep running. So I don't know what's happening. I might have to, like, try turning it off and on again, you know, the monetization. I don't know. It's very weird, very weird. Apparently, it's still having, like, bad connection, but I don't see it. A yum yum. Oh, yum yum. What's a yum yum? Is that a flavor? The heck is that? I thought you were just saying it was yummy. The heck is yum yum? Am I missing out? I feel like I'm missing out now. I'm crank my music up a little bit. Look up yum yums. You look up yum yums. I mean, you could literally just tell me what yum yums are. That's like I'm just saying. Yum yums. How you doing, Jamie? Good to see you, buddy. Yum yums are awesome. Oh, those. That's the yum yum donut. Okay. The sweetest treat on the high street. It's going up market, apparently. Oh, it's a posh donut, apparently. Snobby donut. Alright, okay. That's why I don't know where they are. We don't have snobby donuts up north. Good, mate. Good to hear it, pal. Good to hear it. What you been up to? Have you checked out Secret Invasion yet, my dude? Have you been watching it? Have you watched the last episode? We watched the finale. I was freaking out this morning because I couldn't remember how to say finale. I think that's how you say it, isn't it? Finale? Pretty sure that's how you say it. That's so good. I need to finish this before we start. So good, though. Okay, I might go find a Yum Yum donut, but with the diabetes and all that, I'm not entirely sure Yum Yum donuts are the best course of action, you know? Although... Spilt rubbish down me already. Although, I did find out that popcorn is fine. So, if when I go watch a movie, popcorn doesn't really affect me at all. Which is very good. Alright, hold on. There we go. I'm going to be very surprised if I don't put weight on this week while Lisa's away. Very surprised. Right, there we go. Okay. We are going to be talking about Secret Invasion, guys. And I've got a few bombshells. I've got a few bombshells to drop on you guys. Jason, how you doing? What Avengers skin you revealing at 3 p.m.? Those were the days. Those were the days. How you doing, though, bud? Good to see you. Wednesday as well. I miss those. I'm not going to lie. I've been a bit melancholy about Avengers recently. I genuinely miss it. And, like, not like in a... It's more so because, like, for what could have been. Do you know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed it, but I feel like it could have been so much better as well. So it's always that bit for me where I'm like, man, we could have had that, though. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Apparently... Wait, did I go live twice? What the heck happened? Feels like this... I think the stream cut, you know? Okay, finally, one of my videos has gone through checks. And it's now able to be monetized with no restrictions. That was an absurdly long amount of time to take to get that. I'm looking forward to sharing these videos with you guys. I think there's some of the, again, every time we're making videos now, I'm learning something new. Shout out to Sam as well. I did do a tweet this morning as well. I'm learning so much about video editing. And you're going to be seeing a lot more video content from me. Because seriously, like, the way my whole process... the way my whole process is improved is actually nuts. Is actually nuts. Because I... Yeah, am I back yet? Yeah, my internet's having a whole freaking moment, and I don't know why. It's been very weird. Yeah, we're back, and now the stream's in excellent condition. That's so weird. I don't know if that was stream. I think that was YouTube. I think that was actually on YouTube side, not on thingy, because Kick stayed up. It would explain why YouTube was like, no connection. We're back. That's good. Hopefully we don't get another ping. That was a bit weird. That was a bit weird that happened like twice in one. ABD, how you doing, buddy? Haven't been watching Secret Invasion. Actually, hope all goes well on the new job. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. Do check out the video as well. Actually, wait. Were you here for the live? I don't know if you checked out the VOD or the live. I'm trying to... my brain is a bit mush from that day, if I'm honest. It was a bit of a weird day. Calvin, you're a little bit disappointed in the series? In Secret Invasion? Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna... Let's actually start talking about it, because I feel like... Hold on, let me turn this on. Yeah, he's in the live. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. I couldn't remember, like, so many lovely people dropped by, and my brain was just like, I couldn't remember who was there and who'd maybe seen it on VOD, you know? I tell you what, hold on, let me put different music on for this. It feels like rock music playing in the background isn't really the way to go for this. Let me just put some... There we go. Try and put something a little bit more. There we go. So... Yeah. So let's break it down a little bit, because like I was like, there was a few things like that I was quite surprised with, honestly. So I was really surprised to kind of see I think overall, like, that last episode felt very rushed. And it's a real shame because I genuinely think there was some really good makings there. You know, like the time, you know, like Netflix series had like, you know, it was like 13, was it like 13 episodes? And we obviously know that, well, we've been told that Daredevil, like the new series of Daredevil is going to be like 21 episodes, I think it was. And I'm kind of sat here going like, this is kind of nuts that we get that all of this is kind of going on. Like, oh, we've got all of these episodes for like Daredevil, which I'm really happy we have, but like a story like Secret Invasion being done in 6 episodes feels like such a crammed thing, but also it doesn't feel like it's even remotely done. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, as watching it, like we get through to the end and it's kind of like, yeah, he beats Gravik. Well, Gravik is beaten, but that's like it. There's no more. There's no more to it. There's nothing else there, right? Batman, how you doing, pal? Good to see you, buddy. By the way, if I haven't said this already, it's obviously in the description, and obviously we're talking about the finale, so the implication here is there is 100% going to be spoilers, so please be aware. Yeah, that whole last episode felt like it was just like, oh, boom, boom, boom. Do you know what I got a feeling is? It was really funny because it has Emilia Clarke. It felt like the last, like, couple of episodes of Game of Thrones. It felt like they were just like, oh, let's get this done. Rather than, like, actually resolving it, like, properly. It didn't feel like there was a crescendo. It was just like, there's fight, boom, boom, done. Yes, Batman, you kind of, like, nailed it there, to be honest. That's pretty much where, like, I'm at. Like, it doesn't feel like it was long enough. I think the show was only the start to the whole Secret Invasion thing that will continue in the future, stuff like the Marvels. And maybe, like, the new Captain America? What's the new Captain America been worded? Because it was New World Order. It's been changed, hasn't it? The series basically a mini Avengers. Is this series basically a mini Avengers? I'll check. No, it falls flat in a Brave New World. There we go. So I'm thinking Brave New World, like, might have, like, the implications, like, deal with the ramifications, the implications of Secret Invasion. But, like, the way it ends with, like, Ritson going, they're all enemy combatants and all of this. And obviously we hear about the Kree wanting to do peace talks, which is obviously not true. Because we've obviously seen the Marvels fighting a Kree, like... I don't know if she's an accuser. I'm trying to remember who the character is. Why am I thinking Dar-Ben? That's not right, is it? That guy in the Marvels. You need to remember the names. This Bing is progressively getting worse, by the way. I think I'm going to finally pull myself away from Bing because, like... There we go. It is Dar-Ben. It is Dar-Ben. Yes, so Dar-Ben is believed to be the main antagonist, and she's obviously Kree. And I believe she's an accuser, based... Or at least going to be in... this, in the film, it's going to be an accuser, mainly because she has the same hammer as Ronan did. So that's my kind of, like... guesstimate, and I'm pretty sure she's Kree, right? Like, so I'm kind of like, yeah, they don't really seem like they want to, like, you know, they don't really seem like they want peace with anybody. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, like, it doesn't really make sense that's happening, so that's not resolved, although obviously that's kind of lead in. We haven't really had a resolution to the Secret Invasion, which obviously, like, you couldn't in that time frame anyway. Like, I don't see how they would ever be able to do that in that time frame. It just doesn't ever seem feasible. So, I don't know. Like, is there a real, like... I don't know how to put this. Is there a real, like, reason for doing this show? It just feels like setup. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be Secret Wars, but that's a different storyline, right? Secret Wars is not... Yeah, Secret Wars is its own thing, and that's like that's a multiversal thing. Secret Invasion, It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, for the past 30 years, there's been like over 1 million Skrulls just chilling out, you know? And I feel like it just didn't have that gravitas that I expected it to have. Do you know what I mean? I expected it to have more. But there was just nothing there. Like, there was no real resolution. It's like, okay, they beat Gravik, who became the Super Skrull, but we also have a different Super Skrull now, which is Gaia, and she's now technically the strongest being on the MCU Earth, and stronger than Captain Marvel, technically, considering she has her powers and Hulk's powers and Thanos' powers and all of this. So, yeah. I don't know. It feels like when they added Captain Marvel, obviously she's ridiculously strong, and the only way they can kind of actually nerf her is the only way they can nerf her is actually by not having her there. It's the One Punch Man thing, right? Because One Punch Man is so strong, it doesn't matter. The biggest problem about Saitama, like if you ever watch One Punch Man, the biggest problem about Saitama, like you're not winning in a fight, is because Saitama isn't there, and as soon as he's there, then he wins, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, they even made a game about it, actually, by the way. How Gaius gets Ghost's powers? Literally through, like, basically what's called the Harvest, which is like a bunch of DNA from all of the people that are at the Battle of, like, Earth, you know, like in Endgame, and a bunch of other powers as well. But it does feel weird. It feels like, so here are the powers, by the way. Here are the powers that were actually used, because I actually I've got them written down. So you have Ghost, Captain America, Corvus Glaive, Thanos, an Outrider, because the Outriders are multiple, aren't they? Proxima Midnight, Captain Marvel, Abomination, Mantis, Cull Obsidian, which always bothers me, by the way, because obviously they forgot Supergiant, as in, like, one of, like, the Black Order. They didn't call him the Black Order, or the Cull Obsidian, because that's what the Black Order are also called. They're called the Cull Obsidian. So it's really weird that they changed Big Dude. What's his name again? I can never remember his freaking name now. Can never remember his name. But the big rock dude, like, he's now called the Cull Obsidian. That always weirded me out. So Drax was there, Korg, Ebony Maw, Frost Beast, which I freaked out about. I thought that was like a hint towards, like, Iceman, like as in an X-Men hint. Korg, yeah, there was Korg's powers, yeah, where he went all rocky. Yeah, they did it a couple of times. It was really, it was strange. Hulk, we obviously saw a Hulk arm. We saw a Hulk leg, like, where they got kicked Gaia. That was a whole thing. The Chitauri? Black Dwarf, thank you. Thank you, Calvin. That was it. Couldn't remember his name. Valkyrie, Thor, Gamora, Flora Colossus, which obviously we saw, like, that was one of the first ones they got. Winter Soldier and Extremis. Right, which Extremis wasn't on there, but they already had Extremis somehow, which I don't really, I guess they kind of bought Extremis. Hey, Doc, how you doing, buddy? I'd love a what if episode of Gaia fighting all the Avengers. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Yeah, you said you forgot his name. Yeah. Did I say it a few times? I think one of the interesting things for me is, and I was talking with Sam about this earlier, like some of these characters, like, having their DNA doesn't really compute for me that they can actually, like, have their powers. Like, there's an argument to be made for, like, Captain Marvel that the Tesseract altered her DNA, but I didn't think that's how that worked. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a weird one. But then, like, Thor, like, we were talking about this, like, what do you get from Thor? Because you can't get his powers, because his powers are magically imbued, right? At least in the MCU. They're not, like, his durability and his, like, longevity, sure. Like, so maybe, like, Guy is going to live, like, way longer than even Skrulls live. Like, live as long as Asgardians, but I don't know. Not bad, but I didn't realize this one I left your message on red. Nah, it's alright. I thought you were just annoyed with me. Hey, Lightning, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So, yeah, like, I don't really know how... And, like, the Winter Soldier, that's just Cap, right? That's just the super soldier serum. I didn't watch it. No spoilers. Oh. Comes into a spoiler conversation. Nah, I'll tell you later. Oh, fair play, pal. Fair play. But like then like Abomination, I get like technically Hulk in a technical sense, but then like I don't know, man. Like it's all quite strange, and it didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But since a few of you are here, would you like to hear the worst thing about this? And it's not like a bad, as in like, you know, disappointed, but do you want to hear one of the... Get ready is all I'm going to say. Okay? I'm going to mute the music. Is everyone watching? I didn't watch it, though. It's a good one. It's okay. It's okay, It's not fantastic. Right. For those who didn't watch it. So basically, for those who didn't watch the show, be aware, obviously, massive spoilers. At the end of the final episode, Gaia goes in and starts freeing all of the humans that were kidnapped and put in the pods. And I just want to highlight to you guys that the people were put in the pods in the clothes that they were kidnapped in. Okay? So they were captured in those clothes, and those are the clothes that they were in and stayed in for that entirety of the time, okay? Rhodey was wearing a hospital gown. And the last time that any of us saw Rhodey in a hospital gown was directly after Civil War. And when you see him in Secret Invasion, he tries to take a step forward. The working theory is that Rhodey does not know he's paralyzed, and that not only does he not know this, he doesn't know Tony's dead. So yeah, that was a harrowing thing to realize. So yeah, Rhodey has technically been a Skrull for about 10 years. So he doesn't know what's been going on. Somebody else has been living his life for the past 10 years. And he doesn't know that his best friend's dead. So yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. And I think some of the things that we're going to see around Armor Wars are going to be really interesting because of that. Can we work out when Agent Ross was taken based on what he was wearing? As I understand it, he was captured more recently. Endgame Tony was a Skrull, though. We can only hope. Maybe, but it seems like, wouldn't they just have him dressed normally rather than in a medical gown? It feels a little like too leaning in one direction. Do you know what I mean? It might be. I'm not saying it is. It's a theory, right? So it might be that's one of the theories. But it's very interesting to see it would be very interesting to see if that's the direction they want to go with that. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure to like the stream. It really helps. I appreciate you. Makes me look good in front of YouTube, and they're like, "Ooh, we like this guy." Always had a theory about Endgame. Hit me with it. Hit me with an Endgame theory. I want to hear it. I tell you what I want to watch now, though, because it keeps showing up on Disney Plus, is Cloak and Dagger. Apparently that was really good. I never watched it. I didn't watch a lot of the Fox ones. And I still have a bunch of seasons of Legion that I need to watch too. Yeah, so there was this as well. Let's see if we can find the article for that though. Give me 2 ticks. Kevin Feige confirms Rhodey has been a Skrull. I saw this, but I didn't actually see the article. I saw someone mention it. Here we go. Here it is. Kevin Feige hints Marvel character has been a Skrull longer than you think. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, for context, Rhodey's only appeared in one other MCU... Hold on. Give me 2 ticks. There's a clip here where Rhodey appears, and I'm just going to watch this real quick. So he appears talking about Captain America's legacy. Interesting. That's the only other appearance after Endgame. Interesting. Again, Rhodey did use Tony as artificial legs he made, so it has to be for afterwards, or the Thanos baby talk was actually from a Skrull. That's very possible. The whole point being, right, they can make it whoever. The whole point of the Skrulls is to blend in, right? That's the whole point. They're supposed to have fooled everyone around them, right? Like adopting their mannerisms, like parents, like fooling their own parents. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, their parents, their kids, their parents, and all these sort of, like, their wives, their husbands, everything. They're supposed to have, like, been these perfect infiltrators, right? And if that's the case, you know, then why is that not feasible for Rhodey? Do you know what I mean? And wouldn't it make, like, for a amazing, like, twist? Because personally, I think it's pretty crazy. Number 1, Tony was brought back to life with the Tahiti experiments. They burnt that down. Fury burnt that down, didn't he? Captain America didn't return the Infinity Stones. Illuminati decision. That's a good one. I think the real Rhodey is trapped in a mind sleep in New Skrullos, and that includes the real Everett Ross. Yeah. Yeah, that's literally what the last episode is, bud. Yeah, that's literally what the last episode is. Yeah. Yeah, they literally show it at the end of the last episode. I don't know why Calvin's messages aren't appearing up here. I think it truly sucked if it wasn't him in Endgame. I mean, there's nothing to say that the Skrull wouldn't have developed a friendship with Tony. Of sorts, you know. You never know. I think the thing we've got to realize is that just because they're Skrulls doesn't mean they're all evil, and doesn't mean because they're bad in this one doesn't mean they're all bad in general. Do you know what I mean? Then the Korean Skrulls having peace talks, setting up Empire, and then setting up Empire in the MCU. Oh, Calvin's appearing now. That was weird that you didn't appear there. Hey, Arian, good to see you, buddy. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? Thank you for those reacts, by the way, guys. I appreciate that. I think this is the thing. Like, we don't know yet. I think it'd be really interesting to see. Like, what actually, how long it's been, and if that Rhodey doesn't know. But I think that will really have ramifications on Brave New World, really have a lot of ramifications on... I think the Marvels is more about the Skrull, like, Kree peace talks. But it does go to show you, like, one thing I did realize about this whole series from watching Secret Invasion is that the Skrulls are very much fighters, right? They were getting their asses handed to them by the Kree, and that's when they escaped. And then obviously, the one thing that gets me, by the way, which I think is really freaking interesting, is where the Skrulls are rebelling, right? And this touches on a bunch of different things. The Skrulls are rebelling against the humans because of Nick Fury tried to find them a planet, right? And then they're like, oh, we're going to take over. It's like, and this is why I think there's things like for me, I found it really hard to kind of like, there wasn't any, like, kind of, like, positive message for me there. It was basically everyone's a dick. Because Talos was the only one who was, like... Talos was the only one that was, like, oh, I'm, you know... like, I want them to see us for who we are, right? And I want to, like... I want them to see us for being good. And then by the end of it, there's, like, Ritson, who was saved by him. Like, it just feels like it just feels like a bad ending. Like, you know, like, nothing good happened in the ending. Do you know what I mean? That's what kind of throws me off. Because you're kind of sat there and you're going, it's like, well, well, we've got this whole situation where, we could have, like, you know, it just doesn't, like, you want them to coexist. You want them to be able to coexist. The Garden could, that's a great idea, actually. So is it really possible that none of the other heroes could have picked up on Rhodey not being human? I mean, yeah. I mean, like, if he's not, like, causing, like, if he's working in government, Rhodey's working separately from the other heroes, not working really closely. I think the weirdest bit would be Rhodey's relationship with Captain Marvel. Right? That exists in the comics and kind of was hinted at in Endgame. That would be the weirdest bit. Wait! No, she wouldn't have let that happen, would she? That would have been stupid. No, ignore me. I was like, maybe Captain Marvel knew, and that's why they have a relationship, because they're Skrull. I was so shocked they killed Maria Hill in the first episode. I do feel like this series was more just like so Kobe Smulders and Ben Mendelsohn didn't have to do anything anymore. And like, I will get Emilia Clarke in. It does feel like they just kill off the older characters just to get new ones in. Ah, they're dead now. Here's the new one. Will the Skrulls be able to get BP's power, though, through the DNA, since BP does get the power from the herb? Maybe, but his DNA wasn't in there. Yeah, it's really strange to see what they've done. But yeah, I do agree, Jason. That would have been a brilliant idea, taking them to the garden. That would have been really good, yeah. That would have been really good. I think that would be a really good end to that. After seeing Barbie movie, I couldn't take Gravik seriously as the villain. Oh, is he in Barbie? Oh, man. I want to go see Barbie soon. That's going to be fun. But I tell you what, his acting, so is it Kingsley Ben-Adir? Is that his full name? He was amazing. Like, he acted his ass off in that last scene. Like, it was great. But then, for someone supposed to be this massive threat, do you know what I mean? And then Gaia just kind of whoops his ass. That feels, like, it didn't feel like it was a epic fight. It felt like a bit of a showdown, but it was, I don't know. I'll be honest, like, I like Emilia Clarke, but I didn't really think her performance, especially, well, at least in that last episode, was very good. I didn't like her character. I didn't feel invested in her character. I'm more invested in Talos, and he's dead. So, I don't know. It's a really weird situation to be in, where you're kind of, like, excited for these characters at first, and I was very excited to see, like, where they were going to take all of this. And then it just didn't really get anywhere. It was going somewhere, But it didn't get there. Do you know what I mean? It didn't hit there. Yeah, but like, yeah, how does Gaia beat Gravik when... Yeah, like with a freaking beam when he has Extremis? Like, he obviously, like, she obviously blew out their heart, but yeah. But yeah, no Quake, no Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So many missed opportunities there. And like, I think it's just because it was 6 episodes long. Tony's like, Air's not letting this go. I would love if he was still alive. I would love it. I don't think it will happen. I think the only way we'll get Tony back is something multiversal. Which is probably like Secret Wars. Or we get AI Tony, you know, like, not like, you know, consciousness uploaded Tony. Do you know what I mean? Illuminati decision. Tahiti. You sound like a conspiracy theorist at this point. Yeah, he's like, it's a lie. Everything's a lie. Could you come back as Superior Iron Man? Maybe. Yeah, there was no X-Men references. Tony will be alive in another universe. It might not be Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony that we see. It might be a different one. I don't know. But I don't know, man. It felt like Secret Invasion. There no end credits. Could use Tahiti on Maria Hill. So, as far as I'm aware, the Tahiti program was scrapped after Coulson. Because of what it did. Because it was the Kree blood, wasn't it? Was it Kree blood? It was Kree, wasn't it? Trying to remember this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., man. That was such a long time ago. I watched that. AI Tony from RDJ would be a last resort. I reckon that's the most likely one, honestly. Pretty sure it was Kree, yeah. Yeah, I don't see that as being I don't know. I don't think it's that deep, honestly. I think like one of the biggest secrets was just, like that Rhodey was actually a Skrull a lot longer than we all thought. Which probably is like the coolest thing in the whole thing. Even the end where like Vara was like, what about Ironheart? How do you mean? What about Ironheart? Like, what they doing with the character, or like... I keep getting pings in Discord. Doc's just replied to me talking about DMZ. But I think overall, like, the whole series had, like, this whole vibe to it that I just didn't like. Sorry. The vibe I really liked, but it just didn't deliver anywhere else. No, it doesn't. It just feels like this should be at least, like, double that. And it feels like you could have had the middle part of the series be Gravik dies, and then there's so much more after that. Hey, Otis, how you doing, pal? Good to see you, buddy. President Ritson needs to go before Captain America fought and Harrison Ford is president. Well, I think they're going to get... I think the ramification there, like, what we're going to see there is seeing Thunderbolt Ross maybe dealing with those things from, like, you know, the issue from the Skrulls. But, like, they did reference that, obviously. They did reference that, obviously, didn't they, Jason? When obviously talks about a one-term president. So, we should expect to see him, like, literally take over. You know? I'm good, thanks, buddy. How are you? What have you been up to? What games you been playing, pal? It's been a hot minute since we chatted. They do think like Deadpool with Wolverine when they show Tony Stark with Ironheart like they did with Spider-Man. Okay, that sentence has confused me. They could do a thing like Deadpool with Wolverine where they show Tony Stark with Ironheart. Oh, like a multiversal thing, you mean? Okay. I don't know if we were to see a Tony, like, come through, I think it would probably be Secret Wars, where Tony's actually probably a bad guy. I don't see any way that they add Tony back in as a good guy that makes sense currently. You would have him in Secret Wars kind of leading the charge for another universe, so his universe doesn't die. That would be my assumption. But it's also going to lead to some, like, interesting things, right? Because, like, the whole thing is kind of like Tony from 838. Tony's Ultron. Okay. Interesting. Maybe a rebellion from the Loyalists of Gravik versus Gaia's rebellion. Maybe. I don't know. It just all feels like... It all feels very fanfic now, doesn't it? Secret Wars will be 616 versus 838. That's where we get Tony back. Tony wasn't in 838, was he? And I'm still convinced that Doctor Strange wimped out. I'm pretty sure that Doctor Strange in I mean that was zombies lightning. That was actually like a whole like separate like I think, is that What If or is it just zombies? But yeah. We didn't see him, but he's probably still around. Who says he's even there? Like, from my understanding is in a lot of the universes, Iron Man never makes it out of the cave. The 838 is the Illuminati's one, yeah. Which Tony realistically should be a part of. And all the seats were filled. Right? Which is why everybody thought we were going to see Tom Cruise's Iron Man. In Multiverse of Madness. Right? I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of reach and there's nothing really founded in anything. But again, that's like Marvel. Right? Could be anything. There's one empty seat. And who would have made those Ultron bots? Pym. Tony, you got to remember, like, Tony in the comics doesn't make Ultron. That's Hank. Hank makes Ultron. You know, like, so that's... Ultron is, like, MC... Like, the 616, it's like, oh god, it's so frustrating because it's not 616. Earth 199999, whatever it was. There was an empty seat. Was there an empty seat for the Illuminati? Multiverse of Madness. Let's have a look. Here we go, here we go. The empty... Oh, I'm on a different article. I don't know, man. Like, maybe. 838's Tony is the only alive member from the Illuminati, so maybe he tries to bring them back and touches dark magic, then the world starts colliding, so trying... Well, no, because technically the convergence between 838 and 616 has already started, right? Or Earth 1, no. I hate... Okay, we'll call it 616. I don't like calling it 616. It doesn't really make sense. All I'm saying is just because we didn't see him doesn't mean it doesn't exist. No, that's true. That is true. So, but I think it would be... Mate, do you know what? Actually, that's probably like just because of the empty seat. That might be a decent theory. And I think if anybody was to like kind of figure out multiversal travel, it would be Tony in the MCU. Should you call it MCU? Yeah. Well, technically, the MCU consists of multiple universes now, so you can't really call it 6. You have to, like, because the MCU is 838 is the MCU. So 616 is the MCU. Earth 199999 is the MCU. You know, they're all the MCU. What If is the MCU. You know? MCU Earth. Still the same. There's still Earths in 838. 838 still has Earth. Like, all these things exist. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's really tough. It's really tough. Okay, we'll call it like the main MCU universe. I don't know. Oh, to be fair, we should call it the Sacred Timeline. That's because that's what Kang. Sorry, what was he? What did we call him? What was Kang's name at the end? Kang's name in Loki. What was his title? It wasn't Kang the Conqueror, because there was a different one. He Who Remains. That's it. He Who Remains. Which is really interesting. I heard everyone hates Ant-Man 3. I don't hate it. It just has some, like... I feel like... Do you know what? Ant-Man 3 kind of, like, made me struggle a little bit as an MCU fan. Because there was, like, some really good bits. And then there was some really stupid bits. And then there was some bits, like, they were just like, whatever. I didn't come out of it going, oh, man, that was amazing. I'm trying to remember the last MCU movie that came out. I was like, oh my god, that was incredible. Do you know what? I liked MODOK. I thought it was funny. I thought it was silly. I didn't really expect them to do anything like insanely. Like, MODOK's still a bit of an idiot regardless. Do you know what I mean? In most iterations. They just dialed that up to like 11, you know? He who hits the gritty. Hold on, like... I'm trying to think which one... What was the last... Let me just go through it. There you go. Look at the list of the films. Guardians 3 was good, but it still had its problems for me. Wakanda Forever, like, was okay. Like, it wasn't massively amazing. Hey, Yoni, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. How you doing over there on Kick? Welcome in. Like, I liked Black Panther, but I didn't like Namor. Yeah, I think the last one for me... actually, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I really enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed No Way Home. And then before that, it was Shang-Chi. And before that, it was Endgame. So, just looking at this. So, Endgame, obviously loved. Spider-Man, Far From Home. I actually enjoyed. I thought it was pretty good. Like, a lot of people don't like that one. I thought it was alright. Black Widow was okay, but obviously because we already knew the outcome or whatever, it was just 5 years too late, to be honest. And some of the CGI was questionable as well. Shang-Chi was great. I love Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was amazing. I've rewatched that recently, and I had a lot of fun with that film. That was really good. Eternals, I thought was good, but should have been a Disney Plus series that had 10-hour-long episodes that, like, dedicated to each character. And then you end with Icarus. I thought that would have been brilliant. Personally, I think that would have been the best way to go about it. I think that would have been fantastic. No Way Home, loved it. absolutely loved it. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, fantastic, loved it. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people don't like that one, but I honestly don't see, like, there is obviously some glaring issues, and I do not side with Scarlet Witch at all. Like, I'm sorry, no, understand, no. Thor Love and Thunder was terrible. Like, it was actually bad. It was Thor Love and Thunder was one of the, I think is the worst Thor film, like, by far as well. Everyone's like hates on Dark World, like no way near as bad as Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder was shocking, honestly. Was a fan of the silly parts of Shang-Chi. I didn't mind them nearly as much as I did with Love and Thunder. So you loved Love and Thunder? And you didn't like the silly parts of Shang-Chi, but you liked Love and Thunder. Dark World was so boring. It wasn't great. It definitely was better than Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder was just an absolute, just like, oh my god. The fact that you have Christian Bale as a bad guy and you don't utilize him. Come on now. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was okay. I just wasn't, like, super psyched about it. It was cool seeing Kang. There was some elements in there with Kang and, I didn't really like Cassie's character. I didn't think it's very rare that I say this, but I didn't think the actress did a very good job with that role at all. I actually think one of my highlights probably was MODOK. Dark World is only relevant because I had an Infinity Stone. Yeah. I mean, it was a random, oh, here's a whole race of, like, baddies that come to get you, but it still had gravitas. Like, we obviously, like, that's where Thor's mum dies. It's where Thor and Loki start to realize that there's more to their relationship other than trying to kill each other. There's a lot more to that. There's a lot more character building in Dark World than there is in any of the other ones, to be honest. Yeah, Wanda stands are a joke. I'm sorry, you are. I was watching Spider-Man No Way Home in the weekend. During the week, I was just thinking, where's Venom from Tobey's Spider-Man? I don't think that... Well, they had the other Venom, didn't they? Which made no sense either. Okay, loving it. Sorry, okay, someone's bad, but a big Natalie Portman fan. I was sad when she died. Give me Padme flashbacks. Yeah, but her character is going to go on to become Valkyrie, so... Yay. Had pretty bad day today, but they had these promos coming into my chat and Discord. Oh, that sucks, man. But not it's around. Love and Thunder was Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5 for me. It was, but, like, worse. I really just don't... I've never gone out my way to say that there's a bad MCU film, but it's Love and Thunder. I don't enjoy... There's a couple of films that I don't enjoy, which I think are quite controversial. I don't enjoy the first Captain America. I think it's boring. But I love, like, Winter Soldier because the character actually, like, is, like, a bit more interesting. My headset just turned off. 2 seconds. Eat my hammer. Seconds. Yeah, look, ultimately at the end of the day, I think the biggest problems that, like, best battle cry of all time. Air, I feel like you like Natalie Portman, therefore the film's okay. The worst thing about Love and Thunder is that they didn't even keep the suits. Yeah, like, what? Like, why? Like, it was the best suit, and then it randomly put him in that flashy, weird, like, blue and gold thing. And it was like, you had a new suit that you gave him, just stick with that. What was wrong with that? It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. Like, everything in that movie just, like, is just, like, nonsensical. And then when you go and actually look how Taika Waititi was just like portrayed there as well, that was so weird. Not Taika Waititi. So how Taika Waititi like responded to like the editing. He was like ragging on the editors and the VFX artists. It genuinely feels like he didn't want to do the movie at all, so he just went stupid with it. And I like Taika Waititi's other movies. I like his other comedy. This just didn't make sense. And I love Ragnarok. Ragnarok's the best Thor. Ragnarok is by far the best Thor. So you're good. Too well for that kind of thing. Honestly, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. It was like awkward in so many spots. Love the fur cape and the style of it. Missed potential. Just the whole movie. And what do we get out of it? Hercules? Bruh. Okay, like, come on. Is that really enough? I'm sorry. It just seems like a lot of it was just like a huge miss. Like a massive swing and a miss, you know? Is what it is, though. Look, I'm not trying to... we weren't here to rag on Love and Thunder. But I think going back to Secret Invasion, I think, unfortunately, what we've been having recently is we don't seem to be able to get past the whole where's it going thing with after Endgame. It feels like the direction, it feels a little rudderless. And I was hoping that this was going to add that direction. I didn't expect that out of Secret Invasion. I expected something though, which was more akin to like giving us a reasoning for rumblings going on underneath, adding layers to this story, so it wasn't this. We didn't have to have this giant multiversal scale thing going on, and that we could have characters and like, you know, like people separated. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense that the Avengers and that don't fight in Secret Invasion, per se, right? It doesn't really make that much sense. But they found a way, in my opinion, to kind of make it make sense, right? I think they did that just. But then they didn't make that count. You started a film, you realized you hadn't eaten? What do you like? Get some food. Hey, Rival, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. How's things, man? Are you well? Guys, I'm actually going to drop a couple of videos after this stream. I'm going to drop a couple of videos after this stream. I think what I'll do is as soon as like we go to finish up, I'll drop those videos. Got a couple of videos coming out about the new Black Panther game, but I'll let you guys watch those when they drop. Infinity Saga had much more direction than Multiverse Saga. They could literally anywhere connect anything, but they're not. Yeah, it doesn't like it just doesn't feel like they go. There's so many different directions they could go, but it feels like every direction isn't. It just kind of like it's like and done. Do you know what I mean? There's no actual continuation there, and that's kind of what made us fall in love with the MCU. Yeah, we're talking about Secret Invasion. Yeah, just our thoughts on it, how we felt about it. I liked a lot of it. You know, Avengers 2 when. It's never happening, dude. Never happening, pal. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's never gonna happen. Let me just. I'm just gonna move my mic because I realize that I'm crouched down when I should actually be like up here. Here we go. There we go. Turn this up as well. So yeah, I just don't see that. I just don't see anything really coming from Secret Invasion outside. It feels like it's all set up, but also feels like it didn't go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, Ritzen's basically declared war on the Skrulls, which could have been, like, a fantastic, like, plot of seeing, like, I don't know, like maybe a season 2 of... Do you know what? If we got a season 2 of Secret Invasion, I think that would be interesting. The fact that we didn't get it in the first one doesn't make any damn sense. I mean, when's the next Marvel property? Like, when's the next thing that drops? Is the next thing that drops the Marvels? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, November 10th. That is the next thing, isn't it? So November 10th and then May 3rd for Deadpool 3. Then July 26th for Brave New World. Then December 20th for Thunderbolts, supposedly. So yeah, so if the Marvels... I don't know, guys. Phase 5 looks like... Do you know what I mean? Wouldn't it be nice to reveal which Avengers besides Rhodes were Skrulls? It doesn't look like any of the Avengers were, because they would have had their powers. So it's not like the Secret Invasion comic storyline. Like, at all, really. Because the thing is, what would they get from Rhodey? Nothing. It's like they take over him, and then, yeah, sure, they get War Machine, but then War Machine can't function without the US government. So, all they got was Rhodey with, like, close to the president. That's all they got there. Do you know what I mean? No, so, unless they... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Sorry, right at the end, yeah, they did have masses of things stored, didn't they? But I don't think they have any Avenger that has powers. Because, obviously, they had Groot and the Extremis. Like, no one had Extremis out of the Avengers, you know? So, yeah, they had Groot's powers and the Extremis powers, and that was it. So, yeah, if they'd had anyone else, they would have used their powers, surely, right? They're not going to keep those secret, are they? So, I don't think they had anyone's. Oh, before the Marvels, we have Loki Season 2, which is in October. Oh, this doesn't show TV shows. Yeah, so we got Loki. Okay, that's good. I'm excited for that, because Loki Season 1 was amazing. Loki Season 1, I think, is arguably one of the... It's not my favorite, but it's arguably the best overall show, because of the way it set things up, the way it, like, approached a character that we all kind of love and created another cat. Personally, I think Sylvie's fantastic. Like, the cameos in there were amazing. Richard E. Grant as old Loki was just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. It was so good. And I think that's like, yeah, I want to see more of that. Why is Stream Elements getting so freaking needy, man? We'll start cranking these up a little bit in terms of timings. No, I don't want to do that. That's every 5 minutes, Jesus. Calm down. Calm down. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. Wait, what? Sorry, guys. I'm just fixing out some of my things there. When does it come out? Loki Season 2 in October. Just said there, but Loki, let me just double check there. So what's the exact release date? October 6th. There we go. We're nice if they made a Wonder Man show. We've been teased Wonder Man. Wonder Man has been shown somewhere as far as I'm aware. I can't remember where, though. Was it She-Hulk? I think they mentioned it in She-Hulk. I can only imagine how the final fight in Marvels could go. I want to know how their powers are entangled. Because they obviously talk about entanglement already. Like, how did their powers become entangled? Do you know what I mean? Like, how did that work? Oh, that's really nice. Disobey just said, congrats. The two Bengals? The what now? The what now? Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. Oh, the Bengals. Apologies. The Bengals, I was like, what are the Tigers got to do with this? That threw me off, rifle. Sorry, buddy. The Bengals. Got it. I was like, what are Bengal Tigers got to do with this? Okay. That's how they're becoming. Who has the second Bengal then? And because they're not of, they said they're not of this world, didn't they? Like, as of this universe, sorry. So without the two together, probably, it looks like someone else puts the other one on. But I don't know who puts the other one on. Did I see what you sent? About your... Oh, your DMs? Really, Bob? Look! I just read what I read! Come on. That DM, Sam, is very interesting. Very interesting. I think realistically, I want to see more of I want to see where this story actually goes, and I just don't know. I just don't know where it could. Like, it just seems to lead into other like TV shows. TV, yeah, I know, right? Yeah. How many people actually watch like my streams and my content on TV? I'd be curious. I wonder if anybody here watches me on TV. I think it's related to the cosmic stuff, like I was explaining. The trailers are like related. Maybe the other Bangladesh and another universe, so it kind of tampers with. Yeah, maybe. What if this now? How's this for a theory? To elaborate on what Batman said there. What if, you know, the quantum entanglement and they're traveling between things, right? What if it's actually... No, that wouldn't make sense because they all link up in the end, don't they? I was wonder if they're actually not transporting to different places in space, like in the main, like in, you know, the Sacred Timeline universe. But what if they were actually being teleported to another universe where Dar-Ben is? But then they all meet up at the end. So maybe it could be a thing. I don't know. That could be interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of different things I think they could do. Like, I'm actually quite interested in the Marvels. The action looks really cool. And I think just generally, I think there's a lot of really cool things coming from the Marvels. But I will admit that they kind of have to nail that for you to be bothered with those characters anymore. Like, I don't know what Monica's actual... Is she actually Photon? Like, if they actually said she's Photon, or... Thank you for the lurk, Batman. I don't know why Stream Elements is getting involved. Go away, Stream Elements. I did watch on your 32-inch TV, but now I'm on my monitor because my current PC is having problems, so you went to your old PC. I'll fair play, pal. Hopefully your PC issues get sorted then. Why? Okay, I'm going to get rid of that lurk command because I don't think that's helping, is it? There we go, get rid of that. Get rid of the lurk and the unlurk on stream. I think I need to sack off Stream Elements as a bot, to be honest. It's really not stable at all. Pardon me. But yeah, interesting. But yeah, overall, I thought it was okay. I thought it was going to go a lot more places. I thought it was going to be a lot more interesting. It just didn't end up being as interesting as a combination. I had this problem with Moon Knight. I loved Moon Knight up until the last episode, and And then the last episode was just like, CGI kaiju fight, ba 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 ba, da 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 da. Everything's done and everyone's back to normal. But not back to normal. Ooh, there's something happening. But like it went from what was really interesting about the series to something that really like wasn't interesting, and I think that's what happened with this one. I feel like Marvel is struggling to finish series now and appease us. I think most people are just kind of done. I don't want to say that as like a negative. I'm trying to be mean. It just doesn't feel like they know how to finish those series anymore. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I want to know how many people in chat enjoyed it at least a little bit. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it more than you... Did you like it more than you disliked it? I personally liked it more than I disliked it, but like... It still wasn't enough. It was still very... I'd say it's quite mid by the end. The Marvel show formula, 1 or 2 good episodes start, 3 filler episodes, and then a rush finale. It does feel like that, yeah. Actually, I'd say that's the Disney formula, because I felt like that with Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know? Actually, I felt it was the other way around. Like, 1 good episode, 3 terrible episodes, 1 really good episode, and then 1 alright episode. Actually, no, the finale... No, sorry. Actually, the other way around. The finale of Obi-Wan was actually good. Like, the last 2 episodes... Actually, I'll tell you completely differently. 4 episodes were terrible. Like, 2 were really good. It does seem like they're going by a 4-2 rule, doesn't it? I don't know. Either way, that's all I came on to talk about today. I'm gonna be dropping 2 videos pretty much now. In fact, let me just drop the... Literally, just let me put them live now. And hold on, let me put them live for in like 20 minutes. I'm going to set up as a premiere, so I'll watch it with you guys, okay? What time are we at? 3:15. Okay, I'll do 3:20. I'm going to go 3:20, okay? I'll do the first one at 3:20, and then I'll do the second one pretty much at the same time, okay? Let's set up the premiere real quick. We'll do 1 minute countdown. And then we'll redirect. Well, we'll do that in a second. There we go, schedule that. And we'll schedule this one for... Oh, hold on. Let's try it. Oh my god. For today, please... I know it's not 3:20, so let's do 3:20 p.m. There we go. Here we go. And I will do the second one. I will schedule the second one for today as well. At 3:23. Or 3:22. There we go. And I'll set up the premiere for that as well. Beautiful. Schedule that one too. Let me edit that premiere and that'll redirect directly to... There we go. Beautiful. Wonderful. Scheduled, done and dusted. Guys, that video is going to go live in like 3 minutes. So if you guys want to hang out, what I'm going to do is have this stream direct to that video. So hang out. Let's see, watch this video. Let me know what you think. There's 2 videos. They're quite short videos. Let me know what you think of the videos. I'd love to get your thoughts and whatnot. Let's go and have a look about my videos on the... Hold on, should we do that? We'll wait until the... But there are 2 videos on Black Panther. One is about the announcement, and the next one you'll have to wait and see what it is. And I want to know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on these videos, what you think of them, what you think of the editing. I thought I put a lot of like extra little bits and things that I've learned over the past few weeks from Sam, who's in chat, about the video. So let me know what you think. Why not make those 2 videos as 1 video? Because they're separate videos. One, the announcement was it's talking about the stuff that's out there, and it's a different type of video to the second one. The second one's going to be very much more of like an opinion-based video. So I'd love to see what you think of that. But I wanted to make these. I basically had these 2 videos scripted. I scripted the first video, didn't have time to shoot. Scripted the second video. Then I was like, I might as well shoot them together. But I didn't want to change the script, so I'm happy with where this at. So it's more of an exercise in creativity. But hopefully you guys like them as well. But going forward, I'm going to be doing quite a few more videos for you guys, especially like around Marvel. This channel is going to be refocused to Marvel. I will be including some space things like Star Wars Outlaws is going to be a big thing on my radar, and Starfield as well. We are going to be doing some Starfield stuff, but the kind of days of like randomness, putting like anything on this channel are kind of gone. I'll be doing like all my first person stuff. I might even stream tonight doing over on the FPS channel, so that's BobDuckNWeave. The link's in the description down below, and I should be doing a stream site video maybe even today, maybe in 2 stream site videos today, depending on how much I actually get done. But I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff over on that channel as well, so make sure to check out the links in the description down below. But in the meantime, guys, I appreciate you. You've been awesome. And I will see you all on the next one. I will keep you guys updated. I'll try to be doing a few more shorter streams. There'll be shorter streams, but more streams. Especially as I start my new job, because I'm starting a new job. And if you didn't check that out, there's a video on the channel, stream on the channel. It's got a big like image of me on it and says "Let's Talk." So go check that out if you want to find out what's going on there. Either way, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your days. I appreciate you all. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.